lot that was sent, but we're gonna work with what we have. Okay, let's go ahead and go through the first couple of grades. I asked y'all to send y'all grades. This is not your grades, bro. Like, this is not your grades, bro. I asked you to send your grades, bro. I did not ask for this, bro. I literally asked y'all to send your grades. Let's go through these. English, you had a 91, an 85, an 80, then an 80. That's pretty good. Spanish, you had a 65, and you had an F. You failed Spanish, okay? Now, I'm not going to get on your head because my grades, chat, if y'all want me to be honest, I'm going to keep it P. My grades don't look good. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to keep it P. My grades don't look good. I'm a C plus student. B minus at best. B minus student at best, chat. I'll be honest. School was never my thing, especially math. Especially math and history. Math and history was always my two biggest struggles. I'm pretty good at English, science. I was always good at science and shit. Gym, I always participate. You know, shit like that, type shit. And lunch, I was pretty good at lunch too. You know. Yeah, but anyway, back to this. So, all right, you had an AP Computer Science. You had an 80. That's pretty good. Algebra, you had an 80. Well, you had a 94, then an 80. Okay. Then forensics class, science. Okay, you had an 88, and then an 80, and then an 80 again. Okay, his grades are pretty consistent. I'm not gonna lie. His average, I think these are the averages right here, right? Weighted average. You ended off with an 83 average. That's actually pretty good. Chat, I don't care what y'all say. 83 average is pretty good. My last average was probably like a 70. I'm gonna be honest. My last average was probably like a 6.7. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like a 6.7. Real shit. But these grades are not bad. 83 average. You're a pretty good kid. Chat, 83 is like a. Isn't 83 like a? Isn't that like a B? Isn't that like a B? Hold on, I'm actually gonna search it up. I'm curious. I am curious. I'm not gonna lie. Chat, is 83 a B? 83% is generally considered a B letter grade. See, I know what I'm talking about. Next report card. English. You had an 88, then an 80. Not bad. Basketball. You had a 70. How the fuck you got a 70 in basketball, bro? Chat, if you have anything below, I'm not gonna lie, chat. If you have anything below 85 in gym, like deadass, we gotta self-reflect. I'm not gonna lie. The only way you should have below 85 in gym is deadass if you be skipping class. But if you're going to class every single day, you should not have an 85. You should not have an 85. I mean, you should not have a 75. 75 is crazy, bro. But it's okay. You know, we bounce back. It's not failing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's that bad, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, algebra 2. You had an 80, then a 70, then an 80. I don't blame you, bro. Math, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I already told y'all I'm not good at math. I cannot judge him at all, bro. I can't judge him at all because I suck at math. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm just being honest. Psychology. You had an 80. 80s all around. Okay. Natural disasters. You had a 75, then an 85. Okay. Human rights. You had an 80, then a 75. U.S. history. You had a 70, then a 75, then a 70, and your average was 78. Chat, this is really not terrible. Isn't this like C plus, bro? Isn't this like C plus or B minus? I think it's B minus. I don't know. I don't think that's bad though. All right, we about to zoom in. AP seminar. You had a 94. Okay, then a 93. That's pretty good. Mandarin. Damn, motherfuckers be taking Mandarin and shit. Mandarin. You had a 99. then a 97. Yeah, I already did your report card, bro. Your shit is at the top, bro. You was the first one to send it. You're W Miz, I'm not gonna lie. Mandarin, a 99, then a 97, then a 98. Jim, you had a 96, then an 85. That's not bad at all. Algebra 2, 100. This motherfucker has 100 in Algebra 2? Are we dead ass, bro? Chat, 100 in Algebra 2 is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. You think Son is lying? Deadass? You think Son is lying? I don't know. I don't think he's lying. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know what his grades look like. I'm gonna be honest. I only had like, I don't even think I had class with Son, did I? Oh, I did. I had history with him first semester at like 8 in the morning, bro. That's the only class I had with him. Okay. Nah, but 100 in algebra is fucking insane, bro. 100 in algebra is insane. That's not his shit. You think he's lying? Okay. Robotics, 100. What the fuck? Physics, you had an 85, then a 91 and a 93. That's pretty good. Psychics, okay, that's lab. That doesn't really count. And then you had AP World History, and you had a 99. I'm not gonna lie, these are some good ass grades, bro. If I was your parents, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was your parents, you would dead ass have everything, bro. This is great. Buddy has a 99 fucking average. I'm not gonna lie, this 99 chat, call me picky, but this 99.83, that shit would have pissed me off, bro. I'm just being honest. That shit would have pissed me off. 99.83, because imagine you could have had 100, bro. Oh my god. 100 average, bro. Nobody can tell me shit, bro. That's what's up, though. Okay, next one coming in. English, a 85, then an 88. Okay. Spanish, a 85, then an 80. Okay. Gym, a 90, then an 85. Chat, I literally told y'all should have like a 90 to an 85 in gym. Like, that's pretty normal. That's pretty good. Algebra 2, a 90. Chat, if you have, bro, I don't care what nobody says, bro. If you have above a 75 or above like an 80 in any math class, bro, that's actually good as fuck. I don't care what anyone says. Math is hard, bro. Math is not easy. Y'all gotta remember, the homework be fucking stacked. The work like has so many like steps to it, and you gotta show your work. You might be able to use AI, but you still gotta show your work, and you gotta do all that work, and you have to do it in class and take the test. Math is hard, bro. I don't care what y'all say, bro. Science, you had an 80, then an 88, then an 85. That's pretty good. Medical issues, a 75, then an 85. Okay. And then history, you had an 85, then an 80. And your average was an 82. Chat, 82 average is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really seen no terrible grades, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If I said my grades in here, I would probably have the worst one. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. I'm just being honest. Hey, I'm just being honest. I probably would have had the worst ones. But 85 average is pretty good, bro. I like this. This is like the standard report card. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the standard report card. This is like a prestige. This is like a level 100 boss report card, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. All right, next report. Damn, what the fuck am I looking at? Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Okay, wait, these are the class. Okay, so you take 10th grade English, you take chemistry, geometry, advisory, global history, and then gym. Okay. All right, cool. Let's see. 10th grade ELA, you had 78, then an 82. Am I reading this right? Wait, chat. I don't know how to read this, bro. Am I stupid? I don't know how to read this. Am I stupid? How do I read this? Hold on. What the fuck? Majors. Okay, wait. Let me lock in. I think this is how it goes, right? So all I gotta do is see. Oh, at the top. Oh, so you have 4 marking period. Okay. And you ended off with a 95. Okay, so all we gotta do is read this number. Okay. You ended off, you had a 78, then an 82, then an 80, then a 95. I'm not gonna lie, 80, Bro, a 78 to a 95 is a crazy ass jump. I don't care what y'all say. That's like good improvement, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That is good improvement. And then I think overall you had an 84. I think that's like the average of his class. Okay, cool, cool. So we're just gonna read like this one is the one that matters, I guess. Okay, chemistry you had an 80, then an 82, then a 79, then an 83. That's pretty good. It's chemistry. I heard chemistry's hard. I never I took like a little bit of chemistry. I took like a little bit of chemistry in like seventh grade, I think, during quarantine. During like quarantine, like seventh grade. But I heard in high school it gets hard. But I never took it in high school, to be honest. Geometry, oh my fucking god. Yo, Chad. Do not get me started on geometry, bro. Yo, geometry has to be the worst fucking class I've ever taken in my life. I swear to God. I have never had worse grades in a class than when I've taken geometry. Geometry is literally hell. Everything you do, you have to back that shit up like you a fucking lawyer or something, bro. You gotta back that shit up crazy. They'll literally put a fucking, they'll put a fucking like square in front of your face and they say, oh, prove this a square. Bro, do you not fucking see the square in front of you? Like, it's literally so much work because you have to do math. It involves algebra. And then you have to fucking type out your answers and you gotta remember all the fucking formulas and that shit is hell, bro. I don't care what anybody says. That like geometry's that is the hardest class in high school. I don't care, bro. I don't care. The only class that maybe come close to that, from what I heard, is probably like physics, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Geometry is fucking difficult, bro. Shit. What else? Okay, you ended off with an 86 though. That's pretty good. You had a 99 at one point. That's pretty good. Advisory, you had 100. Okay. Global, you had an 87, an 85, then an 82. I mean, a 92. That's pretty good. And then in gym, you had 100. Okay. Chad, this is a pretty good report card. I'm not gonna lie. This shit really not bad, bro. This shit really not bad, bro. This is a good report card, Chad. Alright, next. Let's go to the next one. Bro, this is not a report card, bro. I asked you. Hold on. I asked you to send a report card. That is all I asked. All I asked. And I know you have a picture of your report card. I know. I know. Because you've shown me. Why the fuck would you send this picture, bro? Get this shit the fuck out my face, bro. The fuck is we doing, bro? I should kick you, bro. Next report card. Why is this shit so fucking blurry? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, classical civilization. You had a what the fuck? How am I supposed to read this shit? Chad, what the fuck? Why does he have single number? Is it out of 10? Wait, huh? Chad, is it out of 10? Is that what it is? Board, level, element. What the fuck? Okay, this is the name of the class. This is the grade. And it's the mark. What? Alright, I think it's out of 10. I think it's out of 10, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's out of 10. So you had a 9 in classical civilization. Combined science, you had an 8 to a 6, 7. And then English literature, you had an 8. English language, you had an 8. History, you had a 6. Hey, I'm not judging you, bro. I told you already, I suck at history, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Religious education, you got a 7. Food technology. What the fuck is food technology, bro? Yo, Chad, what is food technology, bro? What the fuck is that? And in French, you had a 5, which is basically a 50. And in mathematics, you had an 8. This is one of the weirdest fucking report cards I've ever seen in my life. I'm not even trolling. This is actually one of the weirdest report cards, bro. That shit is insane. Motherfucker taking food technology, bro. What is we doing, bro? All right, chat. Next report card. I don't have a report card. I'm on my 10th gap year. I'm just a kid. 10th gap. Motherfucker said I'm on my 10th gap year. I'm just a kid. Stop talking to me. I asked for a report card and you sent me feminine boy tycoon. Yo, yo, on God, y'all is something else, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all dead ass something else. I asked for y'all report cards and you send me feminine boy tycoon on Roblox. Yo, we are not dead ass, bro. Just got my report card back. Bro, this school shit easy as hell. What the fuck is this, bro? Mewing, edging, yo, what the fuck? Racist, freaky. Good job. Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The fuck is y'all sending, bro? What is y'all doing, bro? This shit is insane. All right, chat. Segment over. All in all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Y'all really don't have bad grades. I'm gonna be honest. Like we fake doing good in school. I'm not gonna lie. We fake doing good in school, bruh. This year I start my senior year. I'm not gonna lie, chat. Last year was it my worst? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Last year was my worst grades. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. But this year, chat, we locking in. Word, bro, we locking in. I'm not gonna lie. This year we have to lock it. I'm gonna be honest, cause last year was not my year, bro. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm just being honest. If we stream tomorrow, we're probably gonna do shoe collections. If we do stream tomorrow, because I know we going back to school, we have to check out what y'all working with. So we're gonna be showing the back to school feats, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Tomorrow, send y'all shoe collections. You can send multiple shoes. You can send a pair of shoes. It don't matter. Send your shoes in the Discord, chat. I made a channel. It's called Shoe Collections. It's right here. There's nothing in here yet, but it's right here, chat. Okay, so go ahead and send them there. But